We are Rock 104.1. This is Homegrown, your local show that happens every single Sunday night at 8 p.m. My name is Drew, and in studio we have...
Stoneshiver.
Not Unison. I am very disappointed, especially when it's only a portion.
Stoneshiver.
Yeah, a little late.
Oh.
Only a portion of Stoneshiver. Please introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Jesse. I am in Stoneshiver.
I'm Philip. I am also in Stoneshiver.
What do you guys do in Stoneshiver?
He sings.
Oh, okay.
And he plays drums.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Now we're on it. Now we're good.
Yeah. Who are we missing?
We are missing James, our other guitar player. We're missing Jocko, our bass player. And we're missing our newest member, Anthony, who plays guitar.
Newest member?
Yes, sir.
What is going on?
Yep. We picked up Anthony almost a year ago. He's been playing guitar. Jesse's been a little more free range on the stage, able to move around. Yeah. He comes and visits the drum set way too often, let me tell you, during a show.
It's awkward. He won't look at me. I go back down like, let's rock out, and he's just staring at
No eye contact, man.
Oh, my God. So we do have some stuff we have to talk about. You have a big show coming up on the 26th at Full Circle Olympics, so we are going to be discussing that. And we're playing a couple newer songs. We're going to spike in one of the other bands that's playing as well a little bit later on. So we'll get to it. All right,
cool.
We have things to talk about. Let's
Sounds great.
keep it going. Here's Hello Villain, Stoneshiver. This is New Rock 104.1's Homegrown. We are New Rock 104.1. This is Homegrown. Every single Sunday, right at the stroke of 8 p.m., we highlight the best of what the local rock scene has to offer, and this is by far the best outlet to do so. My name is Drew. Playing right now a ton of Stoneshiver for good reason. They're visiting us in studio, at least, well, two-fifths of them are visiting us in the studio.
Hi, Drew.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
So usually when you hit me up, and like you're so well planned, like you called me like 3 months ago.
Well, these things take time to plan.
Yes,
so
but
we always want to make sure everything's like set up to where we know we can come in, chat about it if we have something going on. We want to make sure we have enough time.
Of course. Well, you guys have an open door policy. You know that. I always enjoy you coming in, and usually you'll slate like big shows or big releases or something like that with a homegrown appearance, which is something I appreciate because I like you guys coming in the studio. But you got to understand, I'm a effing DJ, dude. I do not know what's happening tomorrow, nor do I remember what happened yesterday. Call me 3 months in advance and then being like, hey, yo, remember? No.
It's so funny when I email him or whatever, he'll be like, let me check the calendar. Yep, completely open. Of course, like he's like, I don't even have a calendar.
Well, and then on the flip side, I was putting my schedule together for this week, and he's all, hey, by the way, we're going in there on Wednesday, and I was like, what?
When did this pop up?
Yeah, like, what the hell? But, you know, it's one of those things that I try to be on top of it. I try to do what I can to make sure that we're highlighting. But now I'm getting information that I didn't even know. You have a new member of the band. What the hell? What is this all about?
You know, we had been trying for a while. We've been kicking around the idea of maybe me ditching the guitar and having someone else fill in. And so I could free up to just do vocals and jump around and not be chained to a microphone, you know. And so we were kicking it around for probably like 2 years, and it wasn't until about a year ago that we stumbled upon Anthony. He played in a band called Days Under Authority.
Yeah, I know Anthony.
And so we just picked him up, and we kind of did a trial season for a while, and he's been playing with us ever since. It's been awesome.
It's so difficult to sing and play guitar at the same time. People don't give it credit. That's why, and especially for you doing it for so long.
Sure.
My hat goes off to you, sir.
Thank you.
And I literally just tip my hat to you. It's very, very difficult. I tried it. I tried it. It's just, no. It's not something that I could pull off. So you got a new member of the band. So what does this mean in terms of writing new music? Because I'm always going to poke my head into that little circle.
Well, we took this writing season off. Usually we'll write in the fall, record in the winter, and then release in the spring.
Yeah, because and I thought originally, because you called me so far in advance, I was like, yeah, this is what we're going to be talking about. I thought it was like new music coming out.
So we went into this year with a different mindset of like, you know, we've done well here in the area with our events that we do throughout the year. So we used to play out of town quite a bit back in the day. We're like, let's start branching out again. Now we have a different mindset. We're a little more intentional with the way we do things. So we played a lot in Bakersfield last year, but this year we've already hit up, San Francisco, Sacramento, and they actually went really well.
Right.
So, I always say any band can kind of go out of town and play a dive bar on a Thursday night. But if you go with the intention of making it worth something to the band and us individually, with that kind of mindset and do your homework and research, it could be good, and it was. Both shows were great. up north. So
are you going to continue to do that? Is that like kind of the plan moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, we've already had 6 shows this year, and that's close to how much we play usually per year.
Yeah, well, no, I was
you know what I
say,
mean?
No, yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah.
because I was going to say, you usually slate the events. It's so far planned out in advance that like new single, then new album, then big CD release party. And I know based on your Homegrown appearances, when all these things are going to happen, it's almost like clockwork. So that is a little bit different. So that's cool that's what you're doing.
Yeah,
trying
well,
to get out there.
yeah, and that's the whole thing. Is like normally the time we would spend writing, constantly rehearsing and getting stuff down, and going to the studio and mixing and all that stuff. We've just kind of set that aside for right now and replaced it with
live gig.
Yeah,
just gigging.
Yeah, and it's been fun. It's nice because before it would, the anticipation leading up to a gig would just be like, I just want to play.
Right.
And now it's like, we have a show coming up right now, and I need it right now. It's not even just like I want a gig. It's like,
no,
I need the outlet.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's important. And now, speaking of the outlet, live shows in general, you have a big one coming up. This is happening on the 26th. We're going to be talking about that next. We're going to take a little break. More with Stoneshiver on the way on D-Rock 4.1's Homegrown. We are D-Rock 4.1. This is Homegrown right now, talking to Stoneshiver, at least 2 of the 5 members of Stoneshiver. But that band we just played is not Stoneshiver. I'm just trying to see how many times I can give you the plug by saying your name again.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Yeah. Stoneshiver. There goes Art and the Resistance, Wicked Game, a cover. And actually, Chris Isaac, one of my proud moments in life is when I convinced someone to buy a used Chris Isaac CD for $5. I convinced this person how great, and you know what? I love that song. Wicked Game is a great song.
It is.
So what's up with this band? You gave them enough props to play them live.
Right.
Are they playing with you at the show on the 26th?
This band, Art and the Resistance, is from Bakersfield. We've played with them a few times over the past couple of years down there. They are solid.
Yeah.
Art Machuca, lead singer, just has a killer voice, as you heard on that song. And we're going to work with them probably this year, back and forth, Fresno and Bakersfield. And we're talking about going out of town. It's always great when you make connections with other bands where you can do stuff like this.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so we're bringing them up from Bakersfield, and then the opening band's going to be called the Stereo Hopeful, which has members of other bands.
What?
Completely forgot what that other band name was.
Strikingly Originals.
Strikingly Originals. And so, yeah, we're bringing them up, and it's going to be at Full Circle Olympic in Tower, which is their new location.
Right.
Which we're really stoked because we used to play when it was Club Fred, Audie's Olympic. We're really stoked to get back there.
Through the 17 different iterations of said venue. Yes. But, well, that's good that got that big show coming up. Now, in terms of Bakersfield, because I have a love-hate thing with Bakersfield, all right? I know that Hammer does, who just walked in the
Hammer.
What
I wasn't sure if we
here?
should acknowledge his presence or not.
Like some guy walked in. What do I say?
What
do I
really
say?
Awkward silence there.
But he's wearing a Padre hat, so now what do I say?
Yeah, just walks in. He's like, carry on. Okay. But, I have a love-hate thing with Bakersfield in general, but I like the fact that you're plugging, like, the good artists, and then, like, we'll just, like, adopt them over here, so that's cool.
Bakersfield has a great scene, too. The fans down there, the people who come out to shows, they come out.
They actually come out.
And it's a lot of fun, and they're all, like, really it's a lot different from back in the day. Like,
I also
really
agree that it is a lesser Fresno. Okay,
Yeah.
that's basically what you said. Bakersfield is Fresno, but not as good as Fresno. I get it.
Okay,
all right, I agree.
right.
That's
There
what
you
you
go.
said. I didn't say. I'm just agreeing with you.
Yeah, it's
But
up
yeah,
to
every
interpretation.
every experience has been super positive over the past couple of years we've been down there. So it's been fun.
All right, so live gig coming up, 26. Tell me all about it.
Yeah, so April 26th at Full Circle Olympic, Stoneshiver with special guests Art and the Resistance, the Strikingly Originals. It's $8 pre.
Stereo Hopeful.
Gosh darn it, I did it again.
Hey, it's okay. Just keep on
The
going.
Stereo Hopeful. $8 pre-sale, 10 at the door. You can get tickets at Full Circle Olympic, Tower District Records, or online at Live Music
Is it
City.
all ages or
it's
21?
all ages, which is cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that is cool. Again, pushing the all ages shows.
Yeah.
I try to promote those as much as I can because it's important to expose the kids if you can, or even just like someone like early teenagers to people playing their own instruments. I feel like that's vitally important, and especially on a local scene, that's really cool to see that.
Yep.
In person. Is there anything else you want to plug before we get the hell out of here?
No.
Just find us on the interwebs. We're out there
All right. Well, how can they find you?
everywhere. Facebook, Instagram,
The Stoneshiver?
Spotify. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
just Stoneshiver. Yeah.
Stoneshiver, just how it sounds. Thank you
Yeah.
very much for coming in.